Are you always worn out, unmotivated, and struggling to cope with life's demands? At a first glance, people may mistake the signs of ADHD burnout as someone being lazy. But here's the harsh truth. Laziness may just mean that there's something deeper at play. According to clinical psychologist Carrie Chalemi, ADHD burnout is a condition of physical, emotional, and mental fatigue that is exclusive to those who have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And it's vital that we recognize and tackle it with empathy and understanding. So let's look at the signs of ADHD burnout before we debunk the myth of laziness once and for all. Extreme exhaustion. You look in your planner and realize it is a chaotic mosaic of overlapping meetings, deadlines, and obligations. When you have ADHD, your mind craves constant stimulation and races with a flurry of ideas. The desire to say yes to everything that comes your way causes you to get stuck in a cycle of overcommitment. According to an article published at adhdcenter.co.uk, ADHD causes executive dysfunction, making it hard to initiate, sequence, and organize your tasks. As a result, you tend to underestimate the time and effort something will take, which leads you to overcommit by mistake. When you take on too many tasks and commitments, eventually you will experience extreme exhaustion. Paralyzed. Consider a situation in which you desperately need to do something, anything really, but you're simply overwhelmed by your surroundings and become frozen in place. Despite the importance of multiple tasks demanding your attention, somehow you can't seem to get started on even one of them. Licensed clinical social worker Shengli Yang explains that people with ADHD may feel completely paralyzed by their seeming incapacity to take action, even though they want to. When you have too much on your plate, you feel overwhelmed, and as a result, you experience paralysis in several areas of functioning. You may get mental paralysis, where you have a flurry of thoughts and emotions in your mind, causing you to find it difficult to talk and express your thoughts. You can also experience task paralysis, where you procrastinate and avoid doing the things you need to do because of your long to-do list. And to top it off, you may be paralyzed by too many choices in the daunting task of making a crucial decision. Foggy. Have you ever felt like a fog is blanketing your brain? You have a slower reaction time in processing your thoughts, and finding appropriate phrases to communicate what you wish to convey is more challenging. Clinical psychologist Kendra Kabala shares that brain fog is common for people experiencing ADHD burnout. Staying focused, being organized, and remembering all the small details becomes the hardest thing to do. It's not due to laziness, but it is due to the way your brain is wired. Motivated no more. Clinical psychologist Ellen Littman explains that in ADHD, dopamine, a neurotransmitter involved in motivation and reward processing, is frequently dysregulated. It's difficult to take pleasure in ordinary activities when the reward system of the ADHD brain is underactive. In dopamine-deficient brains, high stimulation behaviors trigger a release of dopamine, resulting in a surge of motivation. After that surge and reward, their motivation instantly declines as they return to baseline levels. When ADHDers endure burnout and chronic stress, their dopamine levels might drop even more, making it more difficult to feel pleasure or motivation. Productivity killers. Do you find it harder and harder to stay focused long enough to complete a task? It can feel defeating and frustrating when you can't create the kind of work you anticipate for yourself. According to researcher Lara Tucha and colleagues, ADHDers have difficulty keeping continuous focus for long, uninterrupted intervals of time. When they have burnout, this problem in focusing is amplified and can make it more difficult for them to be productive and complete their tasks. There's always so much more than what meets the eye. Burnout, particularly in a case of ADHD, is a silent battle that is sometimes overlooked. However, equipped with the knowledge of its different signs, you now have a great tool for recognizing your own experiences or those of your loved ones. The key to finding motivation and leading a fulfilling life is to care for yourself, seek professional guidance, and implement strategies to manage ADHD burnout. Are you looking for a cuddly companion that brings positivity and mental wellness to your daily life? Get your very own Psy. The lovable plushie is here to brighten your days. It embodies the spirit of Psych2Go, and it serves as a reminder to prioritize your mental well-being. Its green leaf symbolizes growth, renewal, and the importance of self-care. Whether it's for yourself or as a thoughtful gift for a loved one, Psy is ready to be your snuggly friend through all of life's ups and downs. Buy your Psy plushie today. Link is listed in the description box.